Yes, yes, yes.
Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just 1 second. All right. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second, actually. All right, here we go. I got a special guest here today. I don't know if you guys could see him or not. Right there. Hey, Mr. Clyde. Hey, Mr. Clyde. Say hello to everybody, Mr. Clyde. Yes, yes. You never come and visit me in the morning. You're too busy. Too busy making market moves. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's start off. Let's start off with the greetings, and then we will go from there. He never comes in here in the morning. He usually hangs out with my wife in the morning, but today he decided to come and join me. Yes, you did. All right. We got RBX10. We got Devin, Kevin, Richard, Keith, Gregory, Frex, Ivano, Dr. Luke. Good morning, Dr. Luke. Steven, Javad, Jody, Rihanna, Jason, Next Gen. Hey, Karen, how are you? Stan, Mr. Omar, congratulations once again. Doing fantastic. I'm imagining you're getting pretty close to 5 million now. Great job, Omar. Great job. We got Harold, we got David, we got Kevin, we got Bernie. Bernie Bear. Hey, Bernie Bear. We got Penny. Good morning, Penny. We got Al, we got Don, we got Bob, we got Tom, Mark, High Grounders here. Excuse me, Patrick, Frank, Wade, Sin, Richie's here. Good morning, Richie. Arnulfo, Santiago from Portugal. That's right. Walter, Steve, Mary, Hopium. How are you, Hopium? Jill, Illinois grain farmer, Mike, bull rider, Warren, Sandra. Good morning, Sandra. Scotty, Steven, Tom. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Carlos. I hope you're doing well. Arnulfo, we got Romel, we got Brian. Good morning, Brian. Glad you're here. I was chatting with your dad yesterday via email. I hope everybody saw Landman. What a great episode. I love that show. Brian, Greg, Hefe, Fadiez, Linda. Good morning, Linda. Mr. Costa Blanca, RP is here. How are you? Todd, Art, Cheese Gray Trader, Dave, Michael. Texas Kirk is in the house. We got we got a lot of people here is what we got. We got Charlie, Gregory. I lost my way. I lost my place. All right, here we go. I found my place. We got Michael, Texas Kirk, Helen. We got Tim, Nathan. Hey, Nathan. Dr. Luke. Yes, that's right. Clyde is right there. See, you guys could say hi to Clyde today. We got CJ. We got Roddy. Good morning, Roddy. We got Adrian, Ralph, William. Good morning, William. Stacy, Henry, Hopium, James, Laura, Mark, Catherine, Ray, Jack, Ruth, Charlie, Clyde, Mike, Gregory, Brendan, Kevin, Jill, Richard, Delbert, Richard, Seth, Randy, Bill, Don, Iceman is here. He's got, Iceman says, I got spy puts loaded. Oh my. Don is there. Dante, let's see. Janie, I think it is. Top Cat, Shamens, Jesse. Oh, it skipped me again. It skipped me. All right, let's see. Shemens, Jesse, Mark, Bobby, Diamond, Jen, Genevieve, Penny, Lloyd, Dev, Dave. We got Dave. We got two Daves. We got Rick. Hey, Rick. Good to see you, Rick. We got Bancroft. We got Paul. Mr. Eagle Beagle is here. Always good to see Mr. Eagle Beagle here. We got Lewis. We got Jimmy. We got Lawrence, Solaire, Flying Ronin, Raj, Yuri's here. Good morning, Yuri. Kirk. We got Linda here. Iceman. We got Black Monday. Sergey, Jacques, Mr. Jacques Cousteau is here. Nestor, George, Don, Phil. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and happy Monday. Clyde is here too. You're never here, Clyde. You're always downstairs with my wife, but he decided to join us today. It must be a special day. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and happy Monday. Whew. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what we've got coming this week. First of all, I want to give you something. I come bearing gifts. This is the earnings. Hey, Cam. Hey, Rock. Good to see you guys. Ivan, Paul, Don, Gregory, George. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. And if I miss somebody, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just 300 something people's names comes up. So here's the link. I'll post it in Telegram for you too. These are, right, Clyde? We gotta post this for everybody, right, Clydester? Yes. Here you go. That's earnings for this week. What I did was, he wants to go out. Let me let him out real quick. All right. Sorry about that. All right. That was the earnings. These are the earnings for this week. And these are all the projections on earnings expectations. This is what's expected. The move is expected to be this much on each of these. Just so you know, Nvidia is expecting 7.7. I'm not sure. A lot of people are already asking me if we could do a time spread on Nvidia. I do not know. I will know Tuesday night, and I will let everybody know. But this is the move that's expected. Look at Target; they're expecting a 10%, almost a 10% move. The only thing is, it doesn't tell you up or down. This is what's priced into the option. Okay. And what Data Miner does is it collects this data and tells you over the last 20 quarters how often this does not outperform this. You understand? And good luck finding that data anywhere else. And I really mean that. Good luck finding that data anywhere else. So again, this is the expected move as priced into the options, the at the money options. And we want to know over the last 20 quarters if this move was higher or lower than this move. You understand? That's the beauty of what Data Miner does. And we'll talk about that more today at noon. I'll also be doing something new today. So let me make sure you guys have this link. All right, there's the link. And I will also be doing something new today. I will be talking about diagonals. We've never talked about diagonals here at the pit before. We've never talked about diagonals at the pub before. It'll be a world exclusive premiere. It's coming to you live in the VIP room at noon. If you're curious what diagonals are, well, let's just say you guys like those time spreads we do with calls. Diagonals are very similar with puts. I'm going to leave it at that. And let me just say that you guys will be thanking me. You're always thanking me, but you will be thanking me today. Because I'm going to open up America for you, as you will see. You're going to love the diagonals. So I'm going to show you today how you could use Data Miner to help you find the best diagonals. We'll use Data Miner to go through some earnings. And we'll look at our top stocks. And I don't know what Cam and Gustavo have in store for us for today, but I hope they tell us so I can let every one of you guys know. But this is in your members area. I posted this for you. You should have this in the Telegram channel. These are all the earnings and all the expectations. No, you're not going to get this stuff anywhere else. You'll get this from bar chart, but you're not going to get 20 quarters of this versus this. And that's something you can't find anywhere else. And that is really, really, really useful. Like, really useful. Like, super useful to have. Okay. Fed data. We got a lot of stuff delayed still, but I know that certain things are going to be coming out. We have an update. I think consumer sentiment is coming out this week. And I think we're going to get some employment numbers, although they're going to be late. I'll update you in a second on what's coming out with earnings. We'll get that data in a second. Also, all right, we got about 450 people here. While I have you here, please make sure you're watching at 1080p, not auto. See how I'm on auto? You don't want to be on auto. It'll download your speed. Put it on 1080, okay? Put yourself on 1080 right here, 1080. And next couple of years, we'll be doing it 160. But I didn't say anything about stability, Stefan. The word stability did not come out of my mouth. All right. So make sure you're watching at 1080p. And if you don't mind, give us one thumbs up. And over here, you can hit the bell, subscribe to our channel, and you'll be notified immediately when we go live. Good morning, Mr. Beef. Good morning, Mr. Captain Beef. Good to see you here. Hey, Deanna, good to see you. Kai, Stefan, good to see you all. Julio, Kurt, Robert, good to see you all. Terrence, Jason, good to see you all. Hefe, Stefan, hello, hello, hello. Bond market. Let's talk about the bond market. Remember, I warned you if the bond market doesn't give us any love, we're not going to see anything from the stock market. The bond market, and you could see it right here, it's bouncing right off. It's up on the day. It is up on the day, but I'm not really loving this. And it looks like we're bouncing off the 8-day EMA, and we're just coming off of this level right here. So I wouldn't be counting on the bond market to help us today. It is up. It is up. But I don't like this scenario right here. And remember, this ascending triangle is no longer here. This is now just a regular old-fashioned channel, kind of like what I drew for you here. I don't think we need all these lines, but you could see that we're basically just in a channel right now. The only thing I'll say, and I said this last week, is we have a lot of stuff here. We have a lot of stuff here that may hold. Here is the caveat for you. To build, manage watch lists, how to set alerts. Here is my caveat for you, okay? I don't know if this is going to happen, but this is a head and shoulders pattern. This is a head and shoulders pattern. Yes, it's a head and shoulders pattern in the market. This is the neckline. If we break the neckline, we're going to be in deep shit, deep doo-doo, up to our eyeballs in crap, okay? In bull doo-doo. Why? Because if this breaks down, we've lost our stability in the market. All right, we got a head and shoulders developing here. By the way, hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Just want to see if we have a head and shoulders here too. Yep. Yeah, we do. Not really a head and shoulders, but more of like. So let me show you guys this. Hold on one second. I got a little. Hold on one second. My wife sent me a little. Uh, One of my wife's best friend's husband is not doing well. He's in Texas. He's not doing well. All right. Oh, that's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so I want to show you guys something, and I'm gonna bring this up later. I'm gonna bring this up later, but I want to show you guys something. Okay, look at the bond market. Do you see the bond market? It's been kind of going choppy since I spent a lot of time over the weekend talking about this. You're putting that head shoulders in the telegram. No, you know what? I will, Adam. Thank you for the suggestion. I will do that right now. Thanks for that reminder. Yeah, I don't mind doing that at all. Here, where's my? Here you go. That's a head and shoulders pattern on the long bond, okay? Okay, I just wanted you guys to see that. Now, I'm just so you know, okay, just so you know, I'm not really that big on the head and shoulders pattern, but something you should be very mindful of. This doesn't lead well. And folks, if this breaks down right here, if this neckline breaks down, you will see. Well, let me start here. If this neckline on the bond market breaks down, you have the 100 day, the 200 day, and the year to date VWAP right here. Okay, notice they're all together, which is a good thing. If uh, if that happens, we have a big problem. A, we're going to be below the 200-day moving average. B, we're going to be below the year-to-date VWAP, and C, we're going to break this neckline. Okay. Now, this is the equal weighted SPY. Roger, we haven't been making any money the last several weeks in my portfolio account. Well, folks, look what the market's been giving you for the last several months. Look, nothing. I know, you're watching the SPY, but you're not trading the SPY. You're trading this. Unless you're trading mega caps only, this is what you've been trading. Look what the market's been giving us. Has the market been going anywhere? And by the way, how long has this choppiness been going on for? Let's see here. Since about August, look at the bond market. Are you seeing any are you guys seeing anything similar here? Okay. All right. Um, so and you can argue that this is a head and shoulder. I mean, this isn't really a head and shoulder pattern, but it's basically telling us the same thing. And here's the neckline here. Oh, I already drew it for you guys a while back. It's right here. So we got to be really, really cautious right now. We got to be really, really cautious because if the bond market starts breaking this down, I promise you nothing good will happen with stocks. Now, do I know? Do I think? Do I feel? I have absolutely not 1% idea. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing right now. Do I know if this is going to break down? I wouldn't have the I don't predict the future. Okay? I don't predict the future. I haven't invented a time machine yet, but I want you guys to see it, the same thing that I'm seeing right now. Okay. And if you're curious why the last few months have been the hardest months to trade, it's because we haven't gone anywhere. Look, we haven't gone anywhere, folks. We've been doing this since August. Okay. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. All right, U.S. dollar. We'll revisit the stock market in a second. U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar looks like it wants to just consolidate, and so far this is good. We do have a slight breakdown here, but not enough to warrant anything. We're still in this level. I would just say we have a wait and see right now. We don't really have much to work with here. Okay, we really don't have much to work with here. Crude oil. Crude oil is choppy. It broke this range, but it didn't break down, and now it's coming back here. Very similar to what you're seeing with the US dollar. Just lack of activity. Lack of activity. This is very little directional bias right here. For me to read into it would be irresponsible because there's just nothing going on. I mean, if anything, what I'll do is I would extend this a little forward here since it doesn't really change this trajectory. Okay. So we're still in a descending triangle and crude oil is still just not doing anything. What I would do is just expand this right here. Okay. Expand that right there. All right. Gold. What is gold doing? Gold is not doing anything. Gold is not doing anything at all. Gold is just sitting right at the 15 day. Again, notice US dollar not really doing anything. Kind of consolidating within this channel right here. Kind of consolidating with this channel right here. Crude oil, it's not really doing anything. Okay? It's not really doing anything. It's consolidating. Gold, not really doing anything right now. I think that the fact that the U.S. market has been closed for so long is starting to really impact these assets, but I'm just not seeing much there. Patrick says, go to YouTube, ask for anything about toss, and you will find most anything you need to know. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there's tons of stuff on. Okay, so I'm not seeing much directional bias in gold. I'm not seeing much directional bias in crude oil. And I'm not seeing much directional bias in US dollar. Now, folks, I know that you come here for answers and you guys want me to tell you where I think things are going to go, but sometimes there just isn't any directional bias. And the worst thing you can do is start thinking and imagining there is and start forcing trades when there just isn't anything going on. Okay? So, and remember something, the US dollar, the gold market, the crude oil market, these are bigger than any individual stocks. And they're telling us right now there's just a lot of unforeseeability right now. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. It's just there's just not much there. We're not getting any Fed data. The only data we're getting is from the White House. And I tried to watch. I tried to watch a speech from Trump yesterday, and I turned it off after about 5 minutes because I wasn't getting any answers there either. I know that Margie, whatever her name is, they got a whole bunch of stuff going on there. I wanted to tune in for some Fed data, but I couldn't get anything from. I was trying to listen for about half an hour and couldn't get anything. So crude oil not really doing anything, nothing. All right. China is breaking down very little. It's still in this range. I wouldn't call this a major breakdown, but we're definitely not getting any follow through from, hey, Wesley, good to see you. We're not getting any follow through from the China or any market. And by the way, all international markets are lower today. All right. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is lower. This is a pretty nasty drop, and we're making lower lows. I would only be taking anything relating to Bitcoin to the downside today. And by the way, that's another thing I wanted to mention to you. Bitcoin, okay? A lot of people are going to be very upset that I'm going to say this right now, but there is some talk that Bitcoin has been leading the market. And it's actually not the. Remember, tech usually leads the market, and Bitcoin has been leading tech. Okay. And if you look at this head and shoulders pattern here, right here, let me show you. Here, I'm going to post this for you too, Adam. I know you're driving. Here. This is a head and shoulders pattern that already broke down. See, that's the shoulders right here, and that's the head, and that's the neck, and the neckline would be like right here. Here. That would be the neckline, thereabouts, and there's your breakdown. Okay? So that's a head and shoulders that's already come to fruition on Bitcoin. He- Bond market has a head and shoulders pattern. Okay? And again, there's a lot of potential, and this could be true because remember, Bitcoin is assimilating into the market and it's infotech right now, and infotech has been leading the markets. So I don't like this. I don't like what I'm seeing from the bond market, and I don't like what I'm seeing from the bond market, and I don't like what I'm seeing from the Bitcoin. Okay. And again, I'm not a big head and shoulders guy, but again, I would be irresponsible if I didn't bring this to your attention. Okay. Now, as of right now, the market is a little lower. This is randomness. There's not much here, but we are a little bit lower. And we're going to get into our market analysis right now. Does anybody want to tell me what the catalysts are? You don't have to name individual companies. Um, you don't have to name individual companies. You could just tell me the major catalysts. We have three primary catalysts, unless I missed one. If I missed one, then I'm going to be very thankful to you guys. While I'm waiting for you guys to give me catalysts, let me post links for you. This is VIP room today, where I will be talking about diagonals and teaching you guys a strategy that you've never heard of before. Call you anchor trades. You're going to like these anchor trades. Okay. Ivano's coming in hot. Mags, I said don't give me tickers, give me sectors, give me sectors. There's a reason for that, Ivano. There's a reason for that. What else is it? What you see? You missed the catalyst, but the catalyst happens to be in the same sector as you mentioned. So you're missing something, but you've got it, but you're missing something, Ivano. Okay, and I'll go through that in a second. That's why I say it's important to see if you mentioned the sector HPQ was in, you would have gotten both of them. But you missed one, Ivano, because you put the actual ticker symbol and not the catalyst. And I'm just giving you a hard time, Ivano. Thank you for participating. See, but let me show you. See, look. Dell is also infotech. So if you said infotech, you would have gotten both of these. But instead, you didn't listen to my advice and you named the ticker symbol and you missed one. Ha! See that? Ivano, I'm just messing with you. It's all good. You got it. You got it. You did, good job. Good job. But you did name, you got, but you did get everything that I did. I got Fed data, mags, and infotech. So you and I are exactly on the same page. Now, Cheryl mentioned chips. Is there something that I'm missing? Is there a chip stock that I need to be mindful of today? Mags, yes, not chips, mags. You good? And Ivano, I'm just messing around with you. You did a great job. Mags, chips. Where's the chips coming from? Both. Can somebody tell me where the chips is coming from? What am I missing today? Where's the chips coming from? Let's see. Is there something that I'm missing here? Where's the chips coming from? It's only down 57. Where's the chips coming from? So that's two people that have mentioned chips. So I'm thinking maybe I'm missing something. Do you guys want to tell me where the chips are? Nvidia. What's happening with Nvidia today? Now, remember, folks, how I've told you at least, let's see, I've probably said this 300 times. But why is Nvidia a catalyst, folks? When does Nvidia come out with earnings? I've done this lesson many, many times, and I'm getting a little irritated because I've shown you this many, 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 many times. Let's see. When does Nvidia come out with earnings? The 19th. Today's the 17th. Why are we talking about Nvidia right now? I don't care. Filing showed that Peter Thiel's hedge fund offloaded entire stake in chipmaker during third quarter. Yeah, it's not why they're mentioning it. They're mentioning it because they think it's a catalyst because of earnings. So I'm going to teach you again. For the 201 time, it ain't a catalyst till it's coming up. Tell me about this on the 19th, not right now. Actually, if you guys talk about Nvidia before the morning of the 20th, then I know you are not paying attention to this session. I'll leave it at there, okay? We'll see how many people are paying attention to this session and how many are not. Okay. Let's do this. Yes, remind me of Nvidia Wednesday after the close. Thursday morning, it'll be a catalyst. Today's Monday. It's not Thursday. Okay. Pointing to a higher open on Wall Street. We're not pointing to a higher open. We're actually pointing to a flat open. This is flat. This is nothing. A flat open, lower bond yield supporting stock indexes. Really? Let's see. If you want to call it that. Yeah, okay. Whoa, he's really reaching for the sky. It's in bar chart? Well, if it's in bar chart, that's a whole different story. Let's see. Now I know where they're getting it from. Okay. That's why. Okay. I got you. Okay. Now I got it. Okay. Not for the earnings, for this. Okay. Fair enough. I'll give you that. I'll give it to you because it is down over 1%. But I didn't get it as a catalyst till right now. But it ain't an earnings catalyst, and don't make it into an earnings catalyst. Investors focus on earnings from AI, Nvidia. That's not coming out today. Most semiconductors dropped on Friday. LRCX. on semiconductors. Stub Holdings 21%. Bristol Myers slipped 4%. DoorDash was bullish. This is everything that happened on Friday. Okay. I love reading this. Schmidt said on Friday that further interest rate cuts could do more to entrench higher inflation than. So I agree with him. Remember, I said they have two problems. If they fix this problem is going to get worse. And if they fix this problem is going to get worse. Dallas Fed Logan said, I think it would be hard to support another rate cut unless we were to get convincing evidence that inflation is really coming down. I couldn't agree with him more. I agree. Bostic indicated that although he backed the most recent two rate cuts, he wasn't yet persuaded about another move next month. Basically, they're not supporting the next move next month. And it's not, we're now at 55%. And I think we went to 49 or 50% earlier, late last week. In tariffs news, the White House removed duties on imported coffee, bananas, and beef on Friday. What? Surging prices for. Didn't Trump just say last week that grocery prices are getting cheaper? I remember him saying it. There's no inflation and grocery prices are getting cheaper. I guess he didn't. He hasn't been going to his recent price. So let me tell you guys something about grocery prices going cheaper. My wife told me a pound of ground beef went from 275 to 350, and a pound of salmon went from $19 to $23. Okay, from 9 months ago. All right. And if that's cheaper to you, I don't know what to tell you. The White House knows they're in big trouble with inflation. That's why they're doing this. Our president should go to the supermarket a little more often. Skepticism towards AI trade is now at the highest level since Nvidia forecast. The thing is, we've had so much attention on this AI being overvalued, and it's really not coming off. So I don't know if that's the case. Yes, yes, I'd love that. Make America affordable again would be great. He did say tariffs would make things cheaper, and I told you they wouldn't, Seth, and I told you they wouldn't a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Retailers, this is a big week for retailers. Whew. And I'm not expecting anything that great, but this is going to be a week for retailers. So put on your helmets. Put on your helmets. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, yeah, I don't think he shops. Yeah, I don't think he shops. There's a forecast that meat will be up by 60. Yes. I know, Marie. I know. Painfully. I know because of the prices at the damn supermarket. Anybody who says that says food prices are going down, it doesn't shop. That's all I'm going to say. And this is not something you can bullshit people on because people shop. Kroger in Nashville has ground beef on sale for $4.99 a pound. Oy. Oh, God. Investors also monitor private data. So, folks, we're going to get the reports. Let me get back to what I was talking about. We're going to get the jobs report on Thursday. We're going to get construction spending, factory orders, and trade balance. That'll give us quite a lot of information. I think most of the information we're going to get is from these retailers. Okay? Oy vey. Whew. Investors will monitor the private sector. Yes, consumer sentiment, that's not going to be going well. Market will parse Fed's minutes from October 28th, 29th meeting set for Wednesday. So we got that. The Empire State Manufacturing Index will be coming out today. That's the Fed data. Construction spending will be coming out today. Eggs and energy prices. Energy prices are lower. Europe is down 0.42 this morning, but not for the right reasons. Energy's lower. That's the problem. Europe is down 0.42, not really helping us out at all. Caution ahead of Nvidia releasing long-delayed economics data on Wednesday. Financial stocks led the decline. Technology also fell. China closed lower today as investors grew cautious amid heightened tension between Beijing and Tokyo. That's new. Over the weekend and chose to lock in profit after a recent rally. Notice they never say loss. They always say lock in profits. Notice that? Profit taking, locking in profits. They never say loss taking. Have you ever noticed that? Profit taking, never loss taking. I just find it so funny, right? Closed lower today. Tourism and retail stocks slumped on Monday and Tuesday. It's citizens against traveling to Japan, citing potential safety risk. Wow. Sweden, and even our prices are up too. Not so much. Lying if they are price. They are saying that, Stacy. He said it last week. All right. Google is up 4%. This is really good for the market. I've been very bullish on Google lately. Dell is down. I've been very bullish on Dell too, and it's down 6%. So that my bullishness doesn't say very much. They were downgraded on Morgan Stanley and Hewlett Packard. Both are infotech, by the way. So you could have, all I was trying to say was you could have just said infotech and you would have gotten both of them. Notice my sheet doesn't have Nvidia on it. See? Look at the most recent one. See how they added Nvidia? Mine doesn't have Nvidia. That's why I always ask you guys for help with catalysts. But you're right. Nvidia is a catalyst today because it is down over 1% and it is a mega cap. So I'm going to give it to you. But it ain't a catalyst because of earnings. I'm watching all of you. I'm watching you guys. All right. Is saying that food prices are coming down. He is. Kevin Hassett is saying that food prices are coming down. Cam, what do I've known Kev for almost as long as I've known my wife. He is a yes man. He's a great guy, very nice guy, but he's a yes man. He is a yes man. And folks, food prices are not coming down. And Kevin does shop. He has a lot of kids. All right. Oh, they're older now, actually. All right. Let's talk about the stock market, okay? Food prices are not coming down. I think any grandmother who shops at a supermarket can tell him that. You see, folks, here's the thing. And this is what I was trying to tell everybody last week, okay? When it comes to global economy, when it comes to Ukraine, when it comes to stuff like people are eating dogs and cats in Ohio. I'll never forget that one. That was a classic. You can lie about things like that. You can bullshit people about things like that. But you can't bullshit people about prices at grocery stores. My mom does not follow politics. My mom follows food prices at grocery stores. So when she sees people telling her on TV that food prices are going lower, my mom gets really pissed off, okay? And she does not follow politics at all. At all. At all. So it's a problem, and it's now affecting everybody, whether you're political or not. There's only so much you can BS. You can't BS the people when it comes to food prices. All right? Of course not. He's a Who told you he says the truth? He works for Trump. He works for the government. He's a politician. Do you think you can become the financial? Do you think you can become the financial, the guy that advises Trump on political and economic matters and not be a bullshitter? Okay, all right, folks. Politicians. How do you know if they're lying? Their mouth moves. Duh. You guys should know better than that. Okay. VIX. VIX came down. We're right here. We need VIX to come down more. This is an uptrend right here, and we're above the 200-day moving average. How's your mother doing post? She's doing much better. She actually came to our house for a barbecue yesterday for the first time. So she's doing much better. Thank you for asking. So I don't like what I'm seeing on volatility, and I'm hoping volatility comes down today, although I'm not really expecting it. Put the call ratio. Put the call ratio is not really doing very much. You could see we're right in the 80th level. No real bias right there. Okay, what about sectors? Well, we started seeing technology come up a little bit and communication services come up and QQQ. Remember, look at a week ago. A week ago, we were all here. Technology, where's communication services, QQQ, we were all here, okay, a week ago. Today, communication and technology are actually coming up. What I'm hoping for is that all of these sectors, the consumer discretionary, the Bitcoin, they're going to come on top. If they come on to the top, we will have a speculative market, which leads to gains. As of right now, this is just a mixed bag, okay? Just a mixed bag. Of course, Adam, obviously. I mean, come on. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, Brian, I think you're right. Oh, really? Long 18. What are you saying? People are so blind to what? To food prices being expensive? I mean, they are. I mean, they just are. All right. Let's look at stocks breaking out. How much stocks do we have breaking out? We have 75 stocks making 90-day highs. We don't have over 100. We have 173 stocks making 90-day lows. That's momentum right there. We have no momentum to the upside. What about 1 month high? We're at 83. Look at where we were. Look at where we were 2 days ago. 262, 280, 225, 150. So this number is either going to increase precipitously and go up to the 200s in the next 2 days, or it's going to continue dropping. Okay. All right. Again, let me give you my links. I'm going to be talking about diagonals today. We've never had this topic before. It's a brand new world exclusive premiere. Diagonals. We're going to be talking about diagonals today. Okay. Plus, I'll give you top stocks, seasonality, and all that stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. So we don't have really good momentum to the upside. We don't. We don't have good momentum to the upside. As far as the S&P 500, you still have stocks over 200-day, 56%. You still have the Russell 1000, 2000, 3000. Look at this. We're all below 50%. We don't have a lot of stability right now in the market. Look at NASDAQ 100, 42%. 58% of stocks are trading below the 50-day moving average. Folks, this is what you've been trading lately. I want you to know that this is what, Roger, we haven't been having a lot of gains. We haven't been doing anything. The market hasn't been moving. Let me show you why. You think you're trading here. Let me show you something. This is what you guys have been trading. This is what we've all been trading the last several months. This right here. Now, here. We'll get it, Marlon. We'll get it. Folks, real quick. Real quick. Let me show you something. See how the S&P 500's been moving up and it looks like we're making an all-time high? If you take the mags away from that, look at the mags. See how the mags have been going up? If you strip away the mags, here's what you end up with. Chop. We haven't really been going anywhere since August. Same thing for the bond market. We haven't been going anywhere. This is how the majority of stocks have been doing. Unless you've been just trading the mags or you've been trading a different market, this is the RSP. This is when you equalize all the stocks. So do you guys see why we've been just kind of going nowhere? We've been going nowhere. Not up, not down. Just grinding. Roger, how come you haven't been giving us a lot of stocks lately? Why have you been so cheap with us? Why do you think? Look, how much gain are you going to make in a market like this when you're going up 3 days, down 3 days, up 3 days, down 3 days? Remember, all stocks have a correlation of 0.66 to the market or higher, 2/3. How much are you going to get here? By the way, if you're just coming in here right now, please, thank you for the heads up, Marlon. If you're just coming in here right now, please make sure you're watching at 1080p. And also, please give us one thumbs up. One thumbs up. Just one thumbs up. Okay? Look at what we've covered today. The choppiness in the correlation between bonds and the market, the head and shoulder patterns that have already come to fruition on Bitcoin, the fact that we've been choppy as hell in bonds and we have a head and shoulder patterns. Is Kramer telling you any of this stuff? No. So, folks, it's very hard to make money in this kind of market, swing trading. Very, very hard because the market's not going anywhere. See, this is the ocean, and you're trying to surf, and the waves are only about a foot. So you could be the best surfer in the world, but this is what you're dealing with right now. Okay? It's not good or bad. It's just is. This is what we've been dealing with right now. And you could see right here, QQQE, the same thing. Very, very choppy. Very, very choppy. Very, very choppy. Okay. Uh, let's talk about the market. SPY. Let me give you some levels, and then we'll talk about overall in the SPY. This is the SPY. We don't have a lot of, even in the SPY now, we're losing directional bias. We don't have a lot of directional bias. We also have a head and shoulders pattern. Head, shoulder, shoulder, with a neckline right here. It's a little up, but it's still there. Okay. We're bouncing off the 50-day moving average, which is giving us a lot of support. But as you could see, we're not exactly breaking the 8-day EMA. So until we do, I think we're going to just stay very, very choppy. Very, very choppy. Also, today is Monday. Monday, typically, we don't see a lot of momentum. For me, Mondays are more like Fridays. Fridays are like Thursdays, and Mondays, I'm like a beauty care guy. You know how beauty care they're closed on Mondays? Like if you do hair or you do massage, everybody's closed in beauty care on Mondays. That's how the stock market is. Stock market doesn't really get going till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Mondays. Usually Mondays are just a rebalancing day. So I'm very cautious to put in trades on Monday. But to me, this is just choppiness. If you look at the QQQ, you could see we're also here. We're getting above the 50-day. The 50-day is used as a support right here. But you could see this is holding it as resistance, the 8 and the 15. We need to get above this level. I think today we're going to be pinched once again. The key levels I'm looking at is any level above this 15-day EMA, or basically, I think we've made most of our range overnight. This is the overnight data, and I think we've made most of our action overnight. If you look at RSP, very choppy. Yes, Hefe, yes, the day trading has been. And here's the equal weighted SPY, and you could see we're kind of at the bottom of our range here, if you will. Kind of at the bottom of this range, more or less. So hopefully, if we're still choppy, we're just going to kind of consolidate around here and then start coming back up. But overall, we're just flat and near the bottom of this channel. Okay? And just FYI, now you know I'm going to draw some trend lines. We're building more, oops, we're building a triangle, a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles should consolidate. Unless we break down here or break up here, we're going to consolidate here, which will only lead to more or less volatility. QQQ, does QQQ have a head and shoulders? Let's see. They're all in a very head and toppy. They all look toppy. Yeah, there's your head and there's your shoulders right there. Just like the SPY. Just like the SPY. And by the way, just like the bond market, there's your head, there's your shoulder, and there's your neckline. And you guys all know what happens after that, assuming it breaks. And I'm not a big head and shoulders guy. I'm not. I'm not. All right. So again, we want this to be the bottom of a channel. Basically, we want to stay in this channel and not break below this channel right here, this red line, which is at 99. Okay? So be cautious. Be cautious. What do I mean by being cautious? Lower exposure, lower risk, smaller position size, being extra careful. And remember, I will keep you updated throughout the entire day as I usually do, but I'm seeing choppiness today. Okay, let's do intraday levels. And I think the overnight levels will be really interesting tonight. You are hymns, not a head and shoulders. It's very true. You know, Gregory, I'll tell you something interesting. When I lived in Los Angeles, Los Angeles is a lot drier than Florida. I used head and shoulders for about 20 years, 20 to 30 years. And then when I moved to Florida, I haven't used it once. So, but I used to use it in Los Angeles it's so dry over there. And then if you go to Las Vegas, forget about it. Whew. Oh, all your lips cry. It's awful. It's awful. Really awful. Okay. So I did used to use it when I lived in Los Angeles. Okay, let's talk about our levels. I'll delete these and I'll just rewrite these levels and I'll post them to you like I always do. Let me just move this here. Roger, do you on your charts is the green dash 8 and the red 15? They're just regular EMAs. Trader Momo, let me go back there and we'll make sure, okay, when I'm done here, so that we can double check, okay? I don't want to tell you something that's not true. So just give me a second and we'll look at it and I'll answer your question, okay? Just give me two minutes. Okay, right there. Right there. A lot of range overnight. Remember last week how Mags had no range overnight? We got a lot of range today. I think we might have already made our range for the day. A lot of range, a lot of range, a lot of range. Mostly down, actually, which is not great. Okay. Yeah, just give me a minute and I'll go back to bar chart and we can check together, okay? All right. Let me just do this here. I'm going to give this to you guys. See how we're breaking down right now on the SPY? That ain't good. Remember, we got the 50-day and nothing there below us. And folks, I don't have any agenda. One thing about me, there is no agenda. I'm as straightforward as it comes. I'm just telling you exactly what I'm seeing. I don't have no preconceived notions. This is my market analysis that I'm doing for myself before the opening bell. SPY levels, big range overnight might be the range for today. Okay, let's now do this on the QQQ. Let's delete this. Yeah, here it's too much humid because of Lake Erie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Las Vegas. Whew. I used to go from LA, and if I forgot that lip thing for the lips, and I don't like putting anything on my lips, it just cracked. And you'd have to do it like right away when you get there. And that's coming from Los Angeles. Imagine coming from another city where it's like moist. So, moral of the story is I used to use Head and Shoulders for decades. And I thought I would always use it till I moved here. And then I never had that problem again. See there. A lot of levels, a lot of levels. Very interesting. Very interesting day. But yeah, Vegas is really, I love Vegas, but it's just really humid. I mean, very dry. Very dry. Okay, a lot of levels, a lot of movement on this on the mags today. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see QQQ levels. All right. Okay. SMH. A lot of range overnight. A lot of range. Let me just, well, I was about to look at bonds, but we can look at bonds when I draw them. Got that. A lot of levels. A lot of overnight activity. Hmm. Please come back to Florida. I am in Florida. You want me to look at I'll go back to those. I'll go back to those 50-day moving average. Don't worry. I'll go back to the daily. Don't worry, Mark. I'll go back to the daily. SMH levels. Let's do mag levels. Can't wait to see how they look. Now look at mags. Remember how they were so random last week? It was impossible for me to even draw them. Look how clear they are today. So we have some volume overnight. Here, let me delete all this. We've got some volume overnight. We do. But I think we might have made our range for the day already. That's a big range for overnight, right? But it's much easier to draw levels when It's much easier to draw levels when you have something to work with, actually. Put that there. Okay, I think that's going to be as good as it gets. Um, Mags levels. Yeah. Just give me a second. I'll go through all that. I don't mind going through that at all. Just give me a second. What do we do? We got oh yeah, Russell. I want to see if bonds have been going down all morning. Hey, this is my levels from Friday, by the way. I haven't changed anything. Look at my levels from Friday. Look at that. It's pretty good, huh? I actually, if I was to draw it again, which I will right now, I'm not even going to change this. I'm just going to adjust it like this. There you go. And this, like, yeah, I actually don't have to change anything here. That's great. That's from Friday. See it right there. Let's see it right there. Let's put that there. No, that's it. That's enough. Okay, let me give you those. I'm doing my best, folks. I really am doing my best for you. Just sometimes we don't have a lot to work with as a result of the market. Um, IWM levels. All right, and now bonds. I want to see bonds if we're just following bonds. So let's see. Look at that. Let's see. We started going down on bonds at what about 725? Let's see. No, all night. No, I guess bonds are doing their own thing today. And these are my levels on bonds from last week, by the way. Let me just change them. Let's see, let's do that. And I'll go back to the dailies in a second. Let's do that. Let's do that. It's a big level there. Big level there. Okay. All right. There you go. There's bond levels for you guys. So you should have all of that. Did well, yeah, Russell didn't do bad last week. Okay, now let's go back to daily and let's go back to this is real time. SPY. Okay, here's the 50-day right here at 669. What we want to see is we want to see this being the low today. Basically, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking unless something drastic happens today, I'm thinking that the today's overnight action will mimic today's trading day. That's what I believe. Look how much activity we've had overnight. So, and we bounced already off the 50 days. So I'm thinking we just mimic this during the day session. I don't want us to break the overnight low, and I'd love for us to break the overnight high. But we may just see something like this today, which is fine. We don't want to break this level, the 50-day right here, which is at 669. Okay, on the QQQ, again, look at how we're holding on to the over. This is today's overnight. I think this may be today's range, as I just mentioned a minute ago. The low has been, and as soon as we came here, we bounced pretty good too. Look at that. We bounced pretty good off the low. That's bouncing off the 50-day. That's right there. This line right here is the 50-day. You could see it. You could see it right here. See right there. You could see how I'm adjusting this. See, look what happens when I go right to the 50-day. It's right there. So we're bouncing off, and I'm hoping that this is the range for today, or that we just go higher, and break this. I don't want us to break 606, and I want us to break 615. Okay. What do you look for when you do levels? I've talked about it, Harry, many times, and I'll talk about it again later this week. And I even wrote a sheet on it. I'll talk about it some more. It's work in progress. Okay, so the key for us for the major indexes, guys, is for us to defend the 50-day moving average, which we are doing fairly well in the night session. Let me look at mags. Mags are not. Mags are below the 50-day. So be careful. Mags are below the 50-day. I'm hoping that this will hold. 65.90, 64.66. We want this to hold. We want to come up and break this level to the upside, okay? RSP, the 100 days the support, not the 50, the 100 days the support. But it's supporting pretty well. So I'm hoping that this I think that this will be the range. I think this will be the range, okay? Big range, yeah, big range overnight. I don't know about consolidating. Usually, when we have a big range overnight, we tend to have a pretty good range during the day session. And we are having Fed data coming out today. And we do have Google, we have Mags, we have a lot of stuff. Monday, we usually don't build on anything. In other words, the overnight levels tend to just be the high and the low. And this is a pretty big range, so I'm thinking this may hold. The bottom line is look at the key for the SPY. I got to get out of here. And for the QQQ, keep an eye on the 50-day moving average. We don't want to break the 50-day. The last thing we want to keep keying off of this. We don't want to break this. If we break this, we don't have a lot of support. As you guys could see right here, we have this level here. And what I'm hoping is that RSP, which has been predominantly in a choppy cycle, look, this is what I'm hoping for. This is kind of like my 30-second analysis. See how we've been in this channel? So, folks, here's what I'm thinking, okay? This is pure speculation. Since we've been in this channel for several months, I think we will continue to stay in this channel. And if that's the case, we've bottomed out on this channel and we should be coming up. But that's just me, that's just talk, okay? Technically, we're not looking so great, okay? But we are still in this channel, and I'm being very loosey goosey with you right now in terms of my analysis. But see how we're in this channel. If we stay in this channel, when we broke the low here, we went back up. So I'm hoping that this is now coming back up, and if that's the case, we shouldn't be breaking the overnight low. We do not want to break the overnight lows. I think you guys are getting I think you guys are understanding exactly what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's look at potential day trades on small caps, and then I'll give you large caps, and then I got to get out of here. Folks, if this analysis is helping you, maybe helping you not necessarily helping you make money, but helping you internalize what I'm seeing in the market, give us a thumbs up. It tells Google that you're getting value out of this. All right. Okay. Let's quickly look at our stocks. Only look here. You don't have to look here. We're only looking at daily, not intraday. It's funny how we're day trading and we're looking at daily data to intraday. Okay, here's one. GLMD, right above the 200 too. It'd have to be about 167, $1.67. You don't want to buy it below the 200, and it stopped right at the 200 right there. That's the first one. Here's another one. AMIX. 135. And if you guys don't mind writing them down just to save me some time, that would be fantastic. Ooh, look at that one. It's, I don't know what the hell this is. No. No. VEEE 345. 345. GNS. Remember, only during the day session, only above these levels. Above 160 here. ZYME. This is too expensive. I'm not going to get, well, I'll give it to you, but it's too expensive. 3130. Let's just say that. SGML. above above 985. I think that's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. So I'll go ahead and write them for you, okay? Priceless training. Thank you. You're welcome, True Steely. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. Look, my goal is to make you guys profitable. So I really do care about you. I really do care about you guys. D 167. A mix above 135. VEEE above 345. Oh, thank you, Kevin. GNS above 160. Zyme above 3130. SGML above 985. Thank you. You're a prince, Kevin. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That way we both do it in case I get something wrong. We can double dip. All right. So yeah, large cap. You guys have the levels. We're bouncing off. I just be very, very cautious today. Okay, one second. It's Matt. One second. My assistant has something to tell me. One second. Okay, he's just giving me an update. They're testing they uploaded all the options into data miner and they're testing it to make sure that it doesn't crash. All right, let me give you stocks that I'm looking at for today, okay? Short side first. Short side first. DXCM to the short side. This is an A line to the short side. UNH. Skip this. It's got the 100 day. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. My dogs are going crazy again. Um, it's not ready yet, but if it breaks Friday's low, it'll be a good A line. Okay. Deck. EMN. Eastman Kodak. If it breaks the 59 level, it's going to be an A line to the downside. Okay. CDW. If it breaks 143, it's going to be an A line to the downside. RMD is an A line to the downside with a profit target of right here. ECL, if it breaks right here, pretty much the overnight low, 257.90-ish, like if it goes right here, just breaks these lows right here, it becomes an A line to the downside right here. Just to break this level here. And remember, folks, you can rewind and watch this in real time right here. If you're missing something, if you want to rewind it, you can watch this video in real time right there. GL needs to break this level and it'll be an A line. I'm giving you a lot of A lines that are being set up right now in ahead of time, but they have to break these levels first, okay? They have to have that hook. BNR, wrong ticker symbol. BMNR, sorry, BMNR. That's just a breakdown, nice breakdown. If you guys are hearing my dogs, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. They are busting my right now. XYZ. I don't like seeing this stock down here. This is this was one of my favorite infotech stocks. I thought this stock was going to do really well this year. It's not doing it at all. Block technology, payment processors, and knowing the lows are getting lower. It's not good either. Notice every time we come up to these levels, we tend to come back down. Anyways, Boeing, also a breakdown stock, okay? That's my short stocks. Let me give you longs now. Micron, Dollar Tree, UHS, AutoZone. AutoZone is one of the, oh, excuse me, AstraZeneca, not AstraZone, AstraZeneca. AZN. VLO. Their ticker symbols are almost the same. VLO. Albemarle. A little overextended. It was a good trade. It's a little overextended now. Forget it. Let me erase it. Maybe for a day trade, but that's about it. RVMD. I like that. Fro. EW. Well. Looks really nice, actually. Really nice. HP. Looks really good. Not HPE. Don't confuse HP with HPE or HPQ. I do it all the time. Don't be like me. Don't confuse these tickers. And L brands. Okay. All right, folks, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do. Please subscribe to our channel. Please make sure you're watching at 1080p. I will be talking about a strategy that I've never ever talked about in my life with you guys before. All right, it's called diagonal anchors. I like to call it the ATM machine, but we call it weekly anchors. But a better name is ATM machine. And here is customer service live. Remember, data miner's getting a huge upgrade. We're going to talk about it today. We're testing it right now with all those tickers to make sure it doesn't break because it's got all those tickers in it. I'll give you an update and I'll see you guys at noon. Do you guys have any questions for me before I take off? Any questions for me before I take off? No questions? Naples fan, you're welcome, Naples fan. Any questions, comments, anything before I leave, just so I can help you guys out? Any last questions? Learning Tuesday, thank you. All right, looks like we got everything. Yeah, I'm not, oh yeah, when I give you my large caps, thanks for bringing that up, Henry. I don't screen for earnings. Why? Well, because a lot of times we do time spreads. And a lot of you don't pay attention to what I say and you like to do earnings. So I don't screen for earnings, but earnings are time spreads. So earnings sometimes can be a really good for us, okay? All right, you guys got your info. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much, and I will see you at. I wouldn't be liquidating anything. I would just be I think Ru. I wouldn't be liquidating anything. I would just be very cautious, and I will be updating you throughout the entire day. Oh yeah. You asked me about the. See, I knew I was forgetting something. So right here, let me just pick a stock, an easy to max. Let's do max. So on this chart, here, the red is the 8-day, the purple is the 15-day. Red is 8-day EMA, purple is 15-day, and this is the quarter to date VWAP, and that's the 50, that's the 100, and that's the 200, and that's the year to date VWAP. Again, 8-day EMA, 15-day EMA, 8-day EMA, 15-day EMA. Sorry. Thank you for reminding. Thank you, Mary. Somebody did, and I totally forgot. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you all later. Have a fantastic day. Roger at Roger Scott, if you need to reach me, I'm available all day today. I would be very, very cautious because I think we might have made our range for the day. Also, Mondays tend to be rotational days. Let's see how we're doing right now. We're kind of coming off a little bit. So be careful. Bonds are down. Be cautious. Be cautious. Yeah, Bob is not there. Bob had some health issues with his dad for the last several days, and Bob has been a mensch. So thank you, Bob. It's been fantastic, and I hope your dad gets better. His dad is older, so I hope your dad gets better. Bye, guys. Take care. Thank you all for being here. Bye, everybody. Be careful today. It's Monday. Mondays, I'm not expecting a lot from the market. I'm particularly focused on the 50-day moving average in both the QQQ and in SPY.